I've been trying to figure out how to tell this story for, man, you could say 20 years. It was probably more like 5. Maybe 2 or 3. But I was born downstate, and I've lived in the UP for most of my adult life. I went to Michigan Tech for a long time, and now I live in a different part of the UP. And not too long ago, this happened, and it's kind of a big deal. I don't know how big of a deal it is, but it's a big deal, I guess. And this isn't really what I really wanted to talk about, but what I think I've found is the intersection of two conspiracies. And it's hard to research a conspiracy because, well, it's not like you can go to their Facebook page and they say, hey, this is what we're doing. But I got really interested in why this place is the way it is. And I started researching this guy named Tom King. And he was a Native American who delivered the mail on foot from Copper Harbor to Green Bay, Wisconsin, which is like 225 miles or 250 miles, something like that. And that's pretty amazing to me. But he lived right around here where I live, in Dickinson County, where this happened. And I think it's time to talk about this place. There's some strange things going on here, I think. I mean, if you just look at the map, it is Dickinson County. And I mean, whatever, it's not funny. But like, that's on 69. And if you look a little closer, I mean, there's the town of Felch. And if you look a little closer to Felch, makes you want a Ralph. But what's weird is that's by foster city, and I think that has something to do with foster children. And it just happens to be near a road that's been closed for a long time. But I don't know, maybe that's a coincidence. Maybe it's not. I'm not really sure. But on the other side of that road is Hardwood on 69. It's like, wow, what is this place? And if you notice the picture of the map I took, the CD there, that's a band called the Melvins. And what does it have to do with anything? Well, I put on top of it a drink chip from the Curve Inn. That bar burned down, but it was in Spread Eagle, Wisconsin, which is right across the border from Iron Mountain in Dickinson County, where you'll find Badwater Lake. And again, this is how I got into this, was researching Tom King. He was the chief of the Badwater Indians. And I just got to wondering, why is it called Badwater? I mean, what was wrong with it? What's wrong with the water? And I started just kind of driving around, checking things out. And water's kind of a big deal in the Great Lakes state. It's true. But I just kind of realized, wait a minute, this is kind of funny. In Spread Eagle, Wisconsin, there is a strip joint called the Golden Nugget. And, well, we might get more into Golden Nuggets later, but I don't know. Like I said, researching conspiracies is tricky business. Anyway, so that's in Spread Eagle, and right across the river, if you look here on the map, you can even see Badwater Lake, but there is a convent there of Carmelite nuns. That's just kind of weird. If you look on the map there, it's only about 3.5 miles, I think. And, well, that's how far of a walk it was from where Tom King used to live to the Ranville Bar. And that guy, he used to walk hundreds of miles, no problem, all the time, constantly. Just trying to learn about the place where he lived and well, that's here too, and this sort of thing's been going on here for a long time. And then, so shortly after I learned about this happening, this happened, and well, I told you I was trying to research water, you know. I thought I would head over towards Escanaba where they have Wells Township, because imagine that place might have really good water. So I went to check it out, and I found all kinds of strange and interesting, weird things going on over there in Wells, where this building burned down shortly after this human trafficking arrest got made. Maybe that's just a coincidence, but what I'm getting at is if you head over to Wells and look for Wells Township, you'll find some interesting places. One of those is a road that leads to a campground that's on a county line. And, well, if you're into trafficking, I mean, a campground on a county line, that's probably of interest to you. So what? Let's see. Yeah, why'd I even bring this up? Well, like I said, I was trying to figure out why Tom King was interested in this place, and I found out that the Catholic Church thinks it's a good place for nuns to live, and it's not too far, just across the state line from a place where they have dancing naked ladies. And well, okay, here's a picture of a fountain in the Vatican. The Vatican's, that's like the headquarters for the church there. And here is a picture of a fountain in Menominee, Michigan, which, if you look at the map, is right in the same vicinity. You might even say Menominee is kind of like another border town with Wisconsin situation. I don't spend a lot of time down there, but I did happen to drive by this fountain here that looks a lot like the fountain in the Vatican. And so what? Well, it's only a short walk down the street from this Catholic church. And, well, so what? There's Catholic churches all over the place. Sure. There's fountains too. Maybe this is a coincidence, but this is an aerial view of that fountain in Menominee that is located in Triangle Park. So the park is triangle shaped. Maybe it's just me, but I think this Triangle Park resembles some artwork that I've seen before. So what? Well, if you look where Menominee is on this map, there's a triangle, formed by the roads here. And if you cross the border into Menominee and you head north on 41, there's something that I always thought was funny. There's two towns on the, let's see, by Powers there, called Spalding and Wilson, and those are two different names for volleyball manufacturers. And there's a famous movie with a volleyball named Wilson that this made this image quite famous here. This is the red handprint from Castaway. And what's that have to do with anything? Well, this is a picture of Ellen DeGeneres that people have alleged was her doing some kind of cry for help, and that the red handprint on the Wilson ball is some kind of representation as the same red face on Ellen DeGeneres' shirt here. And I think it's the artwork of someone named, I have to double check this, but I think his name's Basquiat, and I think they made a movie about him, but I might not be sure about that. But so why did I bring all this up? Well, this showed up in my feed today, and I always wondered, if you go back to the map, you'll see the town of Cornell is right on your way to that campground that's on a county line. And well, Chris Cornell knew some folks from Seattle, I think, and the band, the Melvins, recorded a song called Spread Eagle Beagle. So, does that have anything to do with Spread Eagle, Wisconsin? I don't know. Did Cornell, Michigan have anything to do with Chris Cornell? Probably not, unless maybe Chris Cornell saw it on a map and said, I wonder what's going on in that town that has my name on it. I don't know. But he's dead now. We'll never know. So are these other guys. And what did they, that's a shame. What's going on? But if you look in Dickinson County, it's pretty famous for being a large police force in this town. There's the sheriff, there's the state police, then there's the Iron Mountain Police, and then there's the Kingsford Police. And I think Norway has police too. And it is interesting that they closed that road that heads to Foster City, and now there's a big trafficking bust. Maybe it's all coincidence, I don't know.